If nobody told you as of yet today, I love you. If nobody told you as of yet today, I am proud of you. You're going to continue to achieve anything you set out to do. You understand me? Also, you already know, I do gotta give you that brief disclaimer. I only want you to take what resonates, and I want you to leave the rest behind, all right? I don't want you trying to force certain scenarios for you. If you don't get your confirmation through me, I guarantee you're going to get it through somebody else, so be patient with your process. Also, y'all already know, that voice too raspy to be whispering. So this about the time that you probably want to go ahead and hit that volume, all right? So in advance, I want to thank you so much for all the love, the likes, the shares, the subscribes, kind words, not only to myself, but each other too. I appreciate you. I also appreciate all of y'all that gift as well. I don't always get to pause the way I'm in the middle of what I'm saying to acknowledge you. So just know I'm sending all those roses back to you, beautiful. Thank you. So let's talk, chosen ones. Right now, I've been receiving several messages from individuals who saying that their energy is all over the place. One minute you feeling sad, the next minute you feeling bad or mad. You understand me? Your feelings is steady fluctuating. See, I want you to realize that there's various reasons on why it's occurring right now. Because right now you had to be face to face with the old you, the old views. You understand me? So that you can be aligned with what's coming towards you. Now let's talk. Now again, there's some of you that are starting to feel sad, and we're going to talk about why you feeling that. See, some of you are feeling sad because there was a little bit of hope that you had that person from your past was going to step up and play that position. See, you was healing, you was progressing, you was learning certain karmic lessons, you were making the moves that you were called to do. See, in the absence of that individual, you started to focus on you and the path like God asked you to. See, other individuals in your absence, they were still doing the things that they were doing while they previously were connected to you. So therefore, again, there was a brief little spit of hope that you had, that they was going to learn their lessons and they was going to step up and be able to play their position. Why? Because there's parts of you that's so exhausted, chosen ones, and I understand. There's some of you that are very exhausted because you've been having to have your guard up for a few seasons. See, some of you just not starting your spiritual, you understand, awakening, your journey. You've been experiencing this for a few years, a few seasons. You understand me? So with that being said, chosen ones, there's some of you that was just exhausted. You were like, man, let me relook at this just to see if there's something that could be slightly altered. Trying to see if they was willing to meet you halfway, because again, you was sick of having to be the person to pat them down at that door in a sense. See, what do I say? That you've been on security mode while you've been out here securing. You understand me? So security mode meaning that anybody that steps to you in your aura, presents themselves to you, what you had to do was check them at the door to see what they had on them and seeing if they was willing to allow them in. See, some of you been at that door so much blocking, seeing if these people are going to cause certain issues. Okay, are they really here for you? Are they really trying to use you? Did they heal from certain things that they went through too? See, you had to sit there and keep checking and keep checking. So again, you didn't get to enjoy the experience. You ain't get to enjoy the party in a sense. There's certain things that you had to sit out because you had to have your guards up. You understand me? There's certain energies that you couldn't even be around. So you was exhausted. Again, you was hoping that that person was willing to step up and play a certain position. You was hoping that that past person that you was entertaining was the guaranteed individual for you. But as you started to see certain signs and synchronicities get shown, you realized that they were the same ways as those past individuals, or they were stuck in the same ways that this was the past person that you were entertaining. See, you knew certain things, chosen ones. You knew that they was a cheater. You seen it or you felt it. You felt intuitively that they was selfish. You felt intuitively that they wasn't going to change. You felt intuitively that it was you going to be sacrificing certain things for them. See, think about when you was in a relationship with them, or you would wanted to pursue them, whatever the situation. You sacrificed your happiness to see them happy. You always set out certain things that you wanted to do just to see this person get in the position that they was heading to. So you may have to put your work to the side to see that their work was all right. You had to sit there and sacrifice you staying at home with your kids just to see that other person financially get benefited. You understand me? You sat there and again sacrificed so many seasons for them, your happiness too. Everything fell on you. They may have been able to pay certain bills, but they were still moving like it was just them. There's certain people that you even had children with that you was condoning their bad behavior. What do I mean? Because you still was allowing them to operate freely, operate so selfishly too. They was just focusing on them. They wasn't focusing on balancing anything out for you. They knew that it would never be your turn. They was just going to have you led. You understand me? They was going to mislead you, use you, have you so exhausted that you was complacent with these individuals to the point that you just gave up. You was in that stagnant energy dealing with them while they was, again, operating from these so low energies. You understand me? And frequencies too. See, chosen ones, I want you to realize that even when you was in a partnership, that shit all fell on you. Again, even if they financially provided something for you, that's something that they would have had already did. See, if they talk about how they paid certain rent for you and your kids and them lived in that location too, see, that rent is something that they would have had to pay regardless had they been with your ass. So therefore, again, nothing really changed in their dynamic. You understand? Whereas you was staying home, raising your family. You was taking them to school, doctor appointments too. They could pick and choose if they want. Go to the gym, go play ball, go with their friends, whatever the case may be. And you was at home waiting with your children, trying to be patient. Didn't want to seem like you forcing certain things on them. Whole time they went there and found a replacement of you. Somebody that was willing to go with the ways that they wanted to go through. See, either they found somebody who ain't cared for their children either, so it wasn't an issue, or they found somebody who didn't have children, so therefore they felt like they was an escape from you. Whole time they didn't even realize in due time that person gonna have certain expectations as well. That if they messed around and got that person pregnant or got pregnant by them, that only time was going to tell that they was going to do the same thing that they did to you. They was looking for an escape and they found those in those individuals. See, chosen ones, you came with too much work. They was going to actually have to be a mother or father, chase their purpose, as well as be a good person. They was going to have to be the whole package. They didn't want to do that, so therefore they went and settled with somebody who was willing to settle for their circumstances, somebody that they could pay a few dollars to keep them silent, pay half of their rent, or again take them on a few trips, and that person is cool with them entertaining other men or women. See, chosen ones, you not that. They was going to have to come correct. So therefore, again, they chose not to come at all. Or they chose to, again, cheat on you again. Whatever the case may be, you consider letting them back in. You had to let them go, chosen ones. Because you not second to nothing. You understand me? And if you're willing to second, and when I say this, chosen ones, I'm talking about, of course, God comes first. Of course, you got children. You're going to put them on that pedestal, too. But I'm talking about when it comes to other people that's trying to entertain those individuals, you come second to no individual. You understand me? See, some of them was cool with sleeping around, just laying in the same house, letting this person pay a few bills. You understand? Take certain trips, but they ain't think about the other person in the opposite position. They was just thinking about them. But God has a way of that karma come back around. See, the same thing that they doing is going to be the same thing that energetically starts to take them down. See, now they're going to see you. You may have been single for a minute, chosen ones, but guess what? The next person that presents themselves is going to be your right person. It's going to be the person that you in love with. They in love with you. You vibrate at the same frequency. They understand you. They going to claim you. They going to protect you. They going to play a family position. Even if they didn't give birth to them or didn't help you conceive them, they still going to play that position for your children. See, chosen ones. You got to realize that certain people didn't want to play that position, and it's cool, but you can't sit there and feel less of you because before it was you, they did it to another individual as well. That's just their coping mechanism. But that's also why they're going to be bound to the things that they bound to. See, chosen ones, you thought that they was elevating in your absence. Whole time they wasn't. Doing the same shit again. You gave them an opportunity to present a new side of them, and they didn't. Or some of them still presenting themselves to you, still lying to your face too, so that triggers a piece of you. See, some of you are wondering why you getting irritated a lot. It's because you know that person that you communicating with is still doing the same shit, energetically still trying to plot. They still entertaining multiple individuals. They still living foul. They ain't speaking right towards you or on behalf of you, whatever the case may be, right? So some of you are starting to get triggered a little bit, irritated a little bit, because you look them in their face and they still lying like you was the same person that you was when you initially even was introduced to them. See, they not realizing that your growth and your progression, that you done sat there and learned certain karmic lessons, and they gonna turn around and try the same shit that they used to do back in the day when you used to doubt you too, when you used to have certain insecurities or unhealed things within you. So therefore you actually took in consideration when they told you that you ain't know what you was talking about. See, some of you are disappointed in yourself now. Why? Because intuitively God told you what they was doing to you. Intuitively you knew that they was cheating on you, they was creeping on you, they was lying to you. You understand me? They was using you. You seen certain signs and synchronicities, but you ain't see that physical proof. So therefore you allow that person to come in and speak certain words and energetically, mentally manipulate you. See, now you feeling mad because at the whole time you realized that you knew what you was talking about in the past, so you damn sure know what you talking about now. See, why you should be mad is at yourself, because you let your inner child down. Why do I say that, chosen ones? Because some of you sat there and spoke the truth to these individuals and they had you second guessing you. That's the same thing that your mother did when you told her that a lover was touching on you. That's the same thing that your father did when you told them that somebody else was doing something to you. See, you sat there and was told that you was a liar all your life, that you start believing that shit. To the point where that person that you knew was doing certain things that wasn't right for you, you sat there and allowed them to trigger you again. You sat there and believed them over yourself. You ain't trust your intuition, but now you see how it's playing out now. Everything that you thought that it was, it is. And now it's starting to physically get presented to you. See, do not allow it to trigger you. You understand me? See, chosen ones, when I say this, because you could feel that you knew that person was cheating, they denied it. They was going to go to their casket with that shit, right? All of a sudden, God sends some wind in, lifts that veil up on them. Now you see the truth. See, in that time, you could trigger again where you sitting there feeling a certain type of way, but I want you to take a step outside of you. See, this ain't nothing new. This is what you thought from the beginning. So instead of being upset that the truth is now presented, you need to be excited with the fact that you are finally being vindicated. See, everything that you said it was has always been what it has been. But those people was not in a position where they wanted to take accountability nor accept certain acknowledgement. So therefore they try to act like you was crazy when you knew what you knew. See, because God told you to. You understand me? See, chosen ones, don't allow certain things to trigger you right now. See, the people that you was connected with, see, I want you to realize that you too are going through the last little death of that ego trip. See, what do I mean? See, you had ego ways back in the day trying to have control over certain situations. And what do I mean? See, some of you used to have individuals try to entertain you, and you used to try to ghost them because you thought that they was going to ghost you. So that was your coping mechanism. You hurry up and ran from love because you thought love was going to run from you. See, there's some of you that was acting real mean, didn't express your feelings to certain individuals. So therefore, that was certain ego that you had within you. You was trying to have a sense of control. See, there's some of you that knew that your partner was cheating on you, but you ain't want him to go and be with that individual. You ain't want to seem like you lost. So what did you do? Sat there and bragged about how that person was sleeping with them, was coming home to you too. See, that was that ego. Had you let that shit go, you would have realized that none of that was nothing to be bragging about. None of that shit was worth holding on to. You understand me? But again, there was a part of you that still wanted to have control. See, some of you are getting rid of that last little bit. And what do I mean? Because right now, you starting to feel a certain type of way about something that you already called in. See, you didn't ask God to release you from anybody who wasn't for you. People are starting to disappear. People are starting to act all weird. People are starting to change. You understand me? But that's something that you asked God to present. You wanted to see the truth. See, if you wanted to live a lie, then you never should have asked any type of prayers to him. See, chosen ones. Let's talk, right? See, I want you to realize this. Again, some of you sat there and talked to yourself as well as talked to God, and God told you that that was the person that you wasn't supposed to be with. God told you that it was cool for a few seasons, but longevity wasn't there, right? But you got complacent a little bit. You wasn't forced out of the situation, so you wasn't quick to take no type of action. You like, well, eventually you'll get to it, right? will eventually has now arrived. So therefore, again, those people that you was holding on to, they either going to leave you, you understand me, or something's going to get presented to you where you finally going to wash your hands with these individuals. You going to see them for them and not feel like there's a quick little opportunity, a small chance that they're going to change. You see them for what it is. See, even 10 years from now, they'll be doing the same thing, but to somebody else, they're going to find their next victim. You understand me? So you out here feeling like, okay, they found somebody else. Nah, they found their next source. They found their next victim. They found their next person that they going to try to put in that similar position. See, had they really been healed and changed the way that they was acting, they still wouldn't try to entertain you while they was entertaining somebody else. See, somebody was capping, chosen ones. You understand me? See, somebody was capping, chosen ones. I want you to realize that, right? So I want you to realize, chosen ones, don't allow what they try to show you to get to you. Don't allow them to have you, your mood alter based upon these individuals, because they was faking like they was loyal to you too. They was faking like they was happy when they wasn't. The same way that you did as well. See, you was faking like everything was cool, acting like it was heaven with them, but behind closed doors, your ass was living in hell. You was laid up with Satan in a sense. You understand me? So therefore, again, they not going to show you that what they going through. They going to try to act like they a different person to these new individuals. They going to try to act like they changed just to try to cause you certain type of pain, have you in your feelings. Whole time it's the same damn thing. Don't worry about it. They fake and they finesse. See, what's different is you not going to fake this when this abundance and this blessings come in. See, the next person that you with, that's going to be your true partner, and they going to see that shit. They going to see you had that marriage, that acknowledgement, that honor. See, they going to try to go be quick and marry somebody too. May try to hurry up and have a baby with them to try to get back at you. But you know at the end of that day, they still going to feel the same way. They still sat there and sealed their face. See, chosen ones, it's a finesse. They're going to find their next victim, to the point where they're going to be forced to stick with the person that they with. See, I'm telling you, they're going to be miserable. See, the same masculines or feminines that's not out here playing a position for their children are going to be the same individuals that if they was chasing work, and you was putting money before your morals or money before your children or having certain time and dedication to them because you was out freaking doing you, living like you ain't had no children, like it was all about you. Okay, well, what if I told you that there's certain things that's physically going to happen to you where you're not going to be able to go out and work like you was doing, so therefore finances is not going to come through. Now all you're going to have is time to think about the things that you did, and those people that you was entertaining going to leave your ass too. So therefore now you're going to have to be dependent on those people that you didn't pay attention to nor provide certain time to. The same children that you wasn't around, you're going to sit there and try to be dependent on them. You're going to expect them to take your ass in. Oh nah, it's not going to happen. By then, they done already had somebody step up and play that position. You understand me? See, chosen ones. Karma's coming in, you understand me? See, I'm telling you, there's certain people that, again, you may have entertained them, and this may have been your karmic, but you was willing to step up and take accountability for your actions. Meaning if you had children with somebody that was a karmic, you knew that there was consequences that came with it. You wasn't going to be all happy. You wasn't going to live in that nice house with a picket white fence with them. You wasn't going to be married to them. It was just going to be what it is. You had children with them and they left, so they're not going to play their position. That was the karmic consequences, right? For your decision. See, however, again, when I tell you if it's from the divine, you don't have to compromise. But when you settle for a karmic, you're going to have to compromise with them to a certain extent, especially if you have children with them. So therefore, you may not like this person, you may not be able, not stand this person, but you're going to have to be able to, you understand, have some type of communication on behalf of them until your children have a way to talk to them without talking through you, right? See, you have to deal with them until your children start seeing the truth about them, right? You can't sit there and put all your feelings and explain to your children why you don't deal with them. Nah, allow them to see that person for what it is, but you don't need to sit there and again try to make up for certain areas that they lack in. Nah, let the truth be revealed. You don't tell your children that, oh, they mother or father ain't shit. But you also don't come up with excuses on why that person ain't playing that position either. If they were supposed to pick them up and chose not to show up, you sitting there coming up with excuses for them. Whole time, no. That's pausing your children's progression too. You can say, well, talk to so-and-so about it. I can't speak on behalf of them. That's something that you can say to them. You understand me? You don't tell them, oh, they ain't want to deal with you. You don't downplay them like that. But you also let them know, now that's something that you need to be open for communication with them with. You understand me? See, chosen ones, you've been out here trying to carry everybody else's load, trying to keep everybody else looking good, trying to make everybody else seem like they better than what they are while they not treating you good. See, it's a no for me. You understand me? Everybody gonna have to carry their own weight. You no longer allowing certain things to fall on you. You no longer allowing certain stress and pressure to be placed on you. You no longer going to place yourself on hold for other individuals around you. It's your season to treat you too. See, make sure that ego goes. Because again, these people that you know ain't shit and ain't supposed to be with, you sat there and knew this, but you ain't get to that decision. You still was thinking about it, but you ain't make no moves towards that ending. So therefore, now that person's going to get placed that opportunity too. And 9 times out of 10, they going to choose money, somebody that they feel is doing better, so on and so forth, over you. So therefore, now you still going to experience that ending, but because you wasn't the person who ended it, that person is. Now you going to feel a certain type of way again because they disconnected from you and you was still willing to put up with certain shit from that individual. See? Let's talk. You sat there and got signed at the sign that that person wasn't right. They a cheater. They a liar, deceiver. They negative. They this, they that. All of these things. You done already seen all these signs and synchronicities about that. They so controlling. They so arrogant. They don't express their feelings. They vindictive. All of these things, right? You sat there and seen all this, and knew the moves that you needed to make. You sat there and planned, but you ain't never orchestrate them. You knew you needed to move. You ain't do it. You knew that you needed to get yourself a new car so you ain't have to depend on them. You ain't do it. You knew that it was necessary for you to have some type of credit for you to move to a new location. You ain't even try to work on no shit. You don't even know what your credit score is. You ain't even try to pay $20 on nothing that's owed. You understand? You out here, again, talking about what you would have done in that situation. That's almost like somebody who sees a fight, sees somebody putting in that work, but they may have got jumped or whatever the case may be. They talking about shit. Couldn't be me. If it was me, I would have did it like this. I would have handled it like that. Whole time they never been in that position, and if they was, they asses wouldn't have even fought back. See, chosen ones. I'm trying to tell you. And excuse me, because my allergies is kind of messing up a little bit, so I apologize in advance if I'm sniffling, but chosen ones, you seen certain signs that that person was not going to be in your life long. That as soon as the opportunity get presented, or they feel like somebody's going to be more abundant or sexual towards them or do this, they was going to accept them. And while you coming up with all these plans of what you was going to do or what you could do, but your ass ain't do nothing. Now that opportunity gets presented to them, and what they going to do? Choose that person over you. Choose that freedom that they feel like they going to have because that person don't hold them to a certain type of criteria as you. Huh? They going to take that opportunity to flee on you, but you was willing to accept that person. Now you talking about how, oh, I stuck around when they did this. I stuck around and did that. Well, you mad because they sat there and made the move that you was supposed to make? You upset because they really still gave you what you was looking for because you said that you ain't want to be with them, that they wasn't somebody that you was going to have a future with. You already said that they wasn't shit, so really they presented you with your gift. But you out here so ego because it wasn't you who called that shot and ended it with them right then, and they ended it with you. Now you still complaining like it wasn't you who brought this into fruition. Huh? It's wild. You sat there and spoke it into existence. You said that they wasn't the person that you wanted to be with. You said that they wasn't shit, that they ain't acknowledge you, didn't love on you, didn't appreciate you, wasn't there for you or your crew. You said that all of these things, that they was a demon, that they was nasty, that they were dirt. All of these things, right? You said all of these things, but when they separated from you because you still was going to hold on to these individuals regardless of how much they was hurting you, you still was going to flex that little ass arm of yours to hold them up when you should have been let them go. So the fact that God finally allowed that to happen, but it was them who made that decision, you feeling a certain type of way? Don't allow them to get in your head, that mental manipulation, reverse psychology that they're going to try to do. They're going to try to act like it was them who walked away from you. That's not true. You walked away from them. You understand me? Not doing it. We not. I want you to realize that, chosen ones. They gonna try to finesse like they calling the shots whole time. You the person who manifested this in. You spoke this into existence. You wanted to disconnect from them, so the opportunity's getting presented. Embrace that. You understand me? Because I'm telling you, there's some of you that the person that you thought that you had a second chance or was trying it again with, because y'all had years under y'all's belt or whatever the case may be, then all of a sudden they start acting different, and you find out that as soon as they disconnected from you, they had a relationship instantly. They'd have moved in with this person, got a baby on the way, or a baby that you thought was yours in the past. You find out that it wasn't that day. See, there's certain things that's about to hit certain people hard, chosen ones. You understand me? It's about to hit hard. But I want you to realize the quicker that they get caught up with another individual, it's quickly happening and getting presented to you, because your partner's about to get presented quickly too. You understand me? Excuse me. There's no reason for you to pause. You welcoming somebody else in. There's no reason for you to second guess anything. You understand me? So, chosen one, just know that when an ending arrives, a new one is coming too. You understand me? When an ending arrives, a new beginning is arriving as well. Let go of that dumb shit so that you can finally align with your abundance. You've been hurt too many times. You're not doing it no more. Go out and date. Go out and vibe. Date yourself as well. Self-love. Self-care. You set that standard. Because before they get to know you, they notice you. So how are you carrying you? Huh? How? Love on you. Don't feel bad because they found their next victim. Be happy because that means there's a distance between them. That means now you're free to do what you do. You release from those demons. Go out and fly, chosen ones. Now's the time to go see the world, chosen ones. Align with your crew, soldier, chosen ones. Don't sit there and be so restricted. Now's the time for you to have other friends like-minded, people that you vibe with, people that you have a good time with, people that are going to understand you, protect you, appreciate you. They're going to play their position as well. Somebody who's going to have your back, not allow somebody to talk behind you. You understand me? I'm telling you, you got it. I guarantee, so embrace it. Great things in line for you, I promise you. Now, let me just say this. The last stage, you may be sad a little bit because it's a mourning process. I tell you all this all the time. When you finally have an ending arrive, your soul knows that when you finally close out a karmic cycle, they'll never run into you again. Even in your next lifetime, that person will never, ever again be presented. So you're mourning them right now. You understand me? Before they even are out your life, you could see them still every day. But you're mourning them because you know that they're not going to have the opportunity to stay. They can't go with you where you're going, chosen ones. You understand me? I have to tell you this, and again, I always tell y'all that. It's a mourning process with letting people go. You understand me? And I feel like there's a lot of you that needs to hear that, because a lot of you been hitting me up about your energies this way, that way. Chosen ones, I'm telling you, if a lot of y'all are feeling the same way, do you know what's about to arrive towards y'all? Do y'all know that this is a season of y'all reaping? You understand me? That you finally close that door so that you can receive something. I'm telling you, so rejoice, be excited. I know it's going to hurt a little bit, but I'm telling you, it's worth it. Continue to be great. Listen, I got to get up off of here. Please remember, I always upload my lives on YouTube. All I ask you to do is like and subscribe, share it to somebody that you feel needs to hear the message too, all right? Also, please remember, I never reach out to you for a reading. You got to be ready to receive, because I ain't sugarcoat nothing. I'm going to talk to you like I'm talking to you now, right? So if you get a coaching session, you can ask me as many questions as you want. I got you. I don't use no crystal balls, no tarot cards. I'm talking to you just like I'm talking to you now. I tell you everything that God tells me to tell you, right? For your readings, we have all types, okay? Based upon your preference, what you want, so on and so forth. You'll be able to save them, replay them as confirmation in the future as well. But I love y'all so much, all right? Y'all continue to be great. If you need me, you know how to reach me, baby. Y'all be great.